I have to charge that. Oh, um, morning, everyone. Sending what I always do: love, peace, light, positive thoughts, and coffee, tea, whatever you drink to start your day. Anyway, with some, this is funny what I'm going to go over. Um, well, some of it is how people, act or whatever. And just to say, what I was told, to bring up is what I've seen, um, experienced, you know. You know how I present my messages, and I don't involve anybody. Um, I don't do revenge and etc. But anyway, I don't know how long this is going to be, but I'm just going to get started. Just know, just think. Which one? You know, which one would you rather have or do? Now, what I've seen when I was told to come on is I like to know what's wrong with ones who say, these are the younger ones, say older generation is like born in the late 90s or before. Now that's funny. For all those ones, just remember how you got here. Those ones before the late 90s are wise and much more. So, to let you know, since your generation like to continue to do, repeats, start all kinds of chaos, thinking your generation knows it all. Okay. For you to do that, say all that and whatever, then why is it you're not helping to make it better in the communities around the world? Protect, help not to cause, jealousy, revenge on stupid things that you have to lie about, or why you do, why you continue to listen to lies. Why is it you don't listen when those generations of the late 90s and before, to prevent things from happening when they are saying the truth and only helping all of you to avoid situations. Why is it when you ignore all that, but you run back to them asking for help to get you out of what you were told not to do? Why is it so hard? For, well, really not sure what generation to call it. But hard to know what responsibility is. Oh, yeah, if you don't know, and it's not only when you turn 18, it could be when, you're between 13 to 18 and you are around little younger than you or younger, like real young, who can talk. You do know that you're considered of being old or older, through what they see. So I advise, watch what you say. Or, try to involve others, in drama, to put it out for ones, not to get it twisted. It's not meaning for everyone, okay? It don't matter if it's those ones who say that. It could be older ones, and etc. Instead of causing all that drama, the chaos or whatever, why don't you take things in, what you learned from those ones from the late 90s and before that, and use your newly fresh ideas and work together with everyone. It's not that hard. It's not a game either. Just say you're doing whatever, causing chaos and whatever constantly. Then all of a sudden, it don't work. Okay? You know, say you're playing a game. Either you run out of lives and you have to wait for it to recharge, or wait for whoever you sent, I guess, a request asking for help. Or you have a button that gives you whatever you need, like say you need to jump somewhere or whatever. You know, whether it's from rewards, you know, paying for it, or waiting on requests, and etc. But then, all of a sudden, all that don't work. What now? Would you find others to pay and drag them in the chaos or whatever? Or do whatever it takes to get what you want, whether or not it can, you know, put others in danger or whatever. You know, whatever you do. And run to those late 90s and before, or whoever. I mean, you could run to the same ages as you. But the thing is, will you, do you think that they'll help you? I mean, you know, once who you follow or you get into whatever with, don't think that they're going to stick around to help you. But anyway, like I said, you're going to run back to them to get you out of the mess you put yourself in. Or take it as a sign that one's had enough of being in the middle of what don't have anything to do with them, and solve it or fix it to make it better. Instead of fixing it to do all of it again, expecting others to keep on putting up with whatever that isn't theirs and isn't their fault. You could take it, you know, take the signs and ask for help to make it better for the long run, to receive rewards. And not realizing, you know, you're putting other ones' lives in danger, or worse. You know, realizing doing that, it's real and not a game that, you know, they won't come back like a game. That is for entertainment, not to use in real life. Especially when in real life you have no idea of what happens, and that it's nothing like a game. So I'll just say, as the title, think, which one? Because what I'm about to say, about to give and told what to say. So, which one would you rather have? Thinking you can come across any of God's children, His chosen ones, the innocent ones, and most of all, Him. That you want to be, jealous of, thinking you are entitled to whatever, being annoyed of them, thinking everyone has it easy. Okay. Remember, I heard this quote, but remember, it takes 42 muscles to frown, to come up with revenge and whatever. Instead of solving it, moving on, and figuring out what best fits you. Because it only takes 4 muscles to extend every arm of everyone who don't know who anyone has in their corner, around them, behind them, on the side of them, in front of them, above them, to slap the MFN, I'll say, sense and soul out of them, out of you. Think about that one. Also, what's up with children today? Also, not only children, but why is it happening? Like if children live somewhere, but then go visit somebody, or another parent, that when they live with someone, and then when they go to the other, why should there be any problems? when, they can be doing, making memories, having time together. And still be able to, make time with friends or whatever. You know, it's like you're supposed to make it, you know, doing things, enjoying, while you're still here, doing the best you can, helping to make it better, etc. I like to know what's up, where, if you know, why children, if they live somewhere, like I said, and go to the other place, doesn't matter, where they spend time where they are all the time, or most of the time, they're with their friends and etc. But then you only see the other, like maybe a weekend or something like that, two or whatever. But they want to, have time with their friends or do sleepovers or whatever. Instead of making the time, I mean, that's fine. Have, time with your friends, but why would, you want to do sleepovers when you don't see the other person as much? And I'm not blaming, anyone, but children have ways of, overhearing. And that's why I say in my videos, I said it in the beginning when I first started, and, occasionally with other ones. If you break up or get divorced, etc., etc., and you have children, you have to make sure that those children don't think it's their fault. And you have to be an adult not to be angry at each other because you know, both of you can't live with each other. You weren't meant, first of all, that's probably why you had to get divorced, but there's children involved. You don't talk, you don't speak about each other to others, you know, nasty or whatever. Children can hear. And if your children aren't there, but others are, you know very well how children can just, speak up. You know, especially if, you're friends with, oh, I don't know, their children could be bullies or your children can be bullies or whatever, and they overhear things. Don't you think that, children will make fun of the other children? Oh, your parents, whatever which one cheated, and you don't have this, you don't have that, whatever. You know how it goes. And if both or the other one has another person, you shouldn't take it out on that person either. Remember, again, you should hope that, the other person will take care of, the children the right way. Not that they're taking either one of your places, but hopefully, they treat them just like it's their own. And then what happens? You know, you're in a oh, I don't know, where your kids can overhear all that, and then take it out on the other or whatever. But the thing is, you can't say anything. Or would you, explain that you can't, prove that it's not whoever it may be, to the kids, that it's not your fault, whatever it may be. And, for them to understand that they will understand fully. Or would you wait till they do understand, no matter whatever age they are, and sit back and do nothing? not to speak bad about whoever. Or you could do anything possible. Now, depending on whatever it may be, that, you need to get proof of whatever and do anything for them, no matter what or what age. And make it better with brand new memories, what you want it to do, and show them what you wanted to teach them, without people speaking bad, or without, nosy people. Or, ones telling, whoever, this is how you do it. Do any, whatever. Not like that. You know, where you have to tell them this is why everything had to be quiet, until everything got done. Because you couldn't ask anyone without being lied to, getting out to the wrong ones, and that's why everything had to be done on, alone. That, that you wanted to teach them everything you learned, how to make it better, bringing ones together, and to know the difference on a lot of different things. Like how you should be treated, to recognize signs, being respected, knowing their, value, know what boundaries should be set, to know, no one is better than anyone, and don't settle with being, with anyone who just keeps coming and going. Treating you like an option, playing house, could be for years. And not marry them. With always where you letting them, still treating you like an option. This way they can cheat, thinking that, it will be okay. Or always have faith instead of following ones who tries to convince you into doing whatever. And leaves for only you to be blamed. It should be taking accountability. Okay? No more excuses, holding on things of what can be changed into better, and making a difference. So which one do you think is better? Don't sit back. And just ignore things. Letting people get away with, how they treat anyone. No matter how you do it, even if you have to do it quietly. Knowing, and getting help to change things for the better. And not use excuses to blame others. And not to get others in the middle that don't concern ones, that have no idea what your situation is, problems, or whatever it may be. Ask for help instead of involving others to push it all onto them to solve or fix, just to take it off of you. Stop the repeats that you were in the middle of. It could be why people got divorced. It could be, being abused, cheaters, liars, who did or does things, with jealousy, being revengeful, etc. On others. Or listening to lies. And etc. Doing things like whether or not you know who you know, take this one. Like, whether or not you know who is the one who broke chains or whatever of the bloodlines. And who is the chosen ones. If you see ones doing good or starting to do, instead of making problems and etc., or, and know about it by hearing it. Think about it. If you're not, doing well or doing good, you see people, either who broke the chains or, anybody. Especially the chosen ones. I don't know how many times, not only me, explained that. The chosen ones are the ones, who were chosen. Because they can handle what comes with it. Others weren't. Because they wouldn't be able to handle it. But anyway, and you know what, breaking the chains and etc. for the whole entire bloodlines, etc. One, be thankful. But, you see different ones. You have to think, okay, the chains must have been broken. Somebody must have done it. But you're not. Well, it could mean that you're still doing whatever and not making it better by changing ways of doing, good. Or really think about it. That it didn't reach you yet. You do know, well, probably not. In the bloodlines, okay, see, it was the chosen one who broke all that, for everyone in the family. Just saying. Because they could hit, it depends. Anybody could break it. But for the chosen ones, and to break, there must have been something that others wouldn't have been able to handle. Think about that. But also, it might not have reached you yet. It reaches those ones who've been making a difference, not doing things to get into problems or for anyone, working on themselves, and etc. But truthfully, I really don't have to, go on with the list and explain into details. Like, take all of what I said. Like, how detailed did you want me to, say for, where you're saying you don't understand? But what I've said, is where you can understand more